Hello everyone, we're back with Higanbana no Saku Yoru, and you know what it means. Last time we started the second chapter of the second night, so I guess chapter 9. Oh wait, let's just keep calling it chapter 2. And yeah, it was kind of a Nightmare on Elm Street-esque. Like, I haven't seen that movie, so I could be totally wrong here, but I have the general idea what it's about. Like, there's a creepy guy with knife hands, and when people sleep, he kills them. Right? And that's basically this. So, like, it's a yokai instead of a... What is he, a ghost? A demon? I don't know. And when I click this, it's going to play the alarm clock sound. So I'm preparing myself. Like, it's been 2 days since I last recorded. I thought about doing it last night, but I was like, I don't feel like it. But yeah, by the way, never depend on me to make any pop culture references. Like, me knowing Nightmare on Elm Street, that is entirely luck-based. I didn't know what it was a couple months ago. Okay. When I realized my alarm clock had been ringing for quite some time, I was relieved from the bottom of my heart. When I woke up, my body was drenched in sweat, and now she's learned the meaning of life and... End of chapter. So just so I've never had the experience of waking up from a nightmare before, but something about this one really distinguishes itself from past experiences. It's quite the something. Was that really a dream? Never been so happy to just uneventfully be lying wide awake in my futon. That Shinigami, his laughter, that kind of laugh. The voices of those poor undying, writhing victims in that world, not unlike a hideous monster's stomach. I could remember it all. I could only relax for a while until I could hear my mother's voice calling for me to wake up. Okay. What on earth was that dream? By any chance, was it the curse of the 13th step? No, surely not a curse. I thought I had probably stepped onto the 13th step. Perhaps that frightened me deeper than I thought. That must have been why I had that dream. From the entryway, I go up to the front of the stairs as I always do. Other students pay no attention, so they went up the stairs as always. You know when you need to sneeze but you can't? That's what I'm going through right now. Like, I'm prepared to like either turn away or like mute my mic or something, but like it's just not coming out. Anyway, I'll count on my fingers one more time. 12th step. Without a doubt, it was the 12th step. Right. I'd probably made a mistake while counting. Even so, I was scared, convinced that I'd actually stepped on the 13th step, that had caused me to have that dream. Jeez, I'm such an idiot. Even while muttering this to myself, I was still scared. Death would be a peaceful end for me. I believed that. Having been confronted with an afterlife that was not such a sweet thing after all, being forcefully disillusioned like that left an impact on me. Anyway, it was just a dream. It's pointless to worry about it. Foolish, even. Thinking that, I stopped counting. How do you say that one? Is it whistle? Or do you just say while and pretend the S and T don't exist? Climbing up the stairs. Okay, yeah. I knew that sound effect was about to play. My favorite food. You're a real failure, aren't you, girl? I love characters with weird laughs like these. Ah, that would have been a better calling place last time. On this day, for Ayasoma, as usual, nothing changed for the better. She spent time dozing off and daydreaming through almost all of the lesson. Alright, hold on, give me like 7 seconds. You can count it. 7 seconds. I'm back! And I said I'm back after 8 seconds, so I mean, close enough. During recess, she put her head down on the desk and slept. Since she had no appetite, she'd always leave food on her plate and give back leftovers. That was all there was to it. As usual, it was a monotonous, I said that right? And meaningless day. Monotonous? Monotonous. That sounds right. At least, until she finished school. So when you go home, make sure to rinse your mouth and wash your hands. Yes! Alright, classroom assistant, please dismiss the class. Stand Bow! Just saying goodbye and being dismissed, she would be free from school. Apart from that, there was a sense of relief in that she didn't have to return home. Goodbye! What was that? Huh? Oh, are we in the dream world now? Suddenly, abruptly, what happened? I don't understand. The whole class had faced the teacher and said goodbye, and in that moment, the world had disappeared. Now, saying that might give the wrong idea. It didn't even go dark. Of course, I was still standing in the classroom. That much had not changed, but it was gone. With the pop of a fluorescent light going out, everyone in the classroom had disappeared, except for me, Ayasoma. What? Without knowing why, I looked around. However, nobody was around. Everyone was gone. On top of that, all the ambient school noise had vanished. It was as if it wasn't just everyone in the classroom, but the entire school. No, it could even mean that the rest of the world had vanished. Suddenly, it was a world without people. A world of silence. What was the meaning of this? I wondered and took a peek out into the corridor. It was dead silent. It wasn't just the neighboring classrooms either, because no one could be seen or heard inside the building. Running back into the classroom, I looked down into the schoolyard from the window. Nevertheless, it was time to go home. Normally, I should be looking down on a line of people heading towards the gate from the school entrance. But there wasn't one. There wasn't even a line, not even a single soul. Rather, I couldn't even see anything stirring outside. What is this? Even the pigment of the sky had somehow been strange. What? Of the sky was somehow strange. Even though it shouldn't even be 4 o'clock yet, the sky was stained a deep orange as if it were already twilight of the Golden Witch. I remembered seeing this detestably orange-colored school interior before. Here's the background for my nightmare. This was the backdrop to my horrific nightmare this morning where a girl was chased and murdered by a Shinigami. No way. No way! Anyway, based on the sky being like this, it must already be around 6 o'clock. There's no way it's 6 o'clock. I mean, look! I look up at the classroom clock. Of course, the clock didn't show it was the twilight hour. Although, for some reason, it showed it was 11:55. Is it? How do I hide text? Where's the hide text button? Oh, you can't tell. In the morning? Daytime? Even with the sky colored by a sunset like that, I don't understand why. It's twilight at 11:55 in the school building, and I'm alone in the world. Suddenly and without warning, in a school building from an uninhabited world. Do you know that some people don't know how to read like a, what is this, an analog clock? Is that their word for it? Wait. Maybe? I don't know what this kind of clock's called. But like, you know, one that doesn't just have like the numbers written out, one that has like, you know, the 2 hands. Like, we learned that in like 1st grade? So I just kind of assumed everyone knew that, but I mean, I guess nowadays, like, you see clocks like that less and less, since, you know, phones. So maybe there'll come a time when... What if... Guys, I thought of an idea. It's an isekai, where the main character comes from our world into a world where they only have digital clocks. And he's the only one who can read clocks like this. And that's his power. He can read time. This... It can't mean... There's no way. I want to deny it, but every cell in my body began to shiver, starting from the soles of my feet. I began to understand. Is she talking about the clock isekai or being in this world? This place is the world I saw within my nightmare. In this world, a nameless girl was pursued by a Shinigami, caught, killed, and then jumped into a terrifying hell. Just then, for the first time in this world, I heard a sound. For a moment, I had a sliver of hopeful excitement that someone other than myself was there, but it immediately vanished. Because... Thump thump. Thump thump. Thump thump thump. Hold on. There, that's better. The stomping sound diffused. Heavy footsteps moving quickly. I realized I was already inside the dream. Those footsteps were quickly closing in on this classroom. I stood motionlessly, and waited for the owner of those footsteps. I prayed it wasn't that Shinigami. Then, donning that jet black cloak across his back, a man with a large build slid open the door from the hallway. That was without a doubt that Shinigami. So we're gonna have dialogue, or should you just start running? Welcome to my school! When I first heard the Shinigami's laughter, it was without a doubt the same one I had heard from within that nightmare. I didn't let my guard down while watching the spectacle. This might be a dream, but I didn't attempt to pinch my cheek or wake myself up. Regardless, the reality is that standing before my very eyes is that terrifying Shinigami. Therefore, if I can't run away, I'll be killed. Be plummeted into that horrific organ-colored hell stomach to writhe in agony for eternity. You gotta be kidding me. I didn't do anything to deserve a fate like that. I mean, didn't you literally ask for something like this to happen? You know, it's monkey's paw. Maybe. It's just like you saw in your dream. I'll chase you and I'll kill you. If you don't want to die, then try running away with all your might. You know, for me seeing your kind covered in sweat and chasing you everywhere. That's what I find truly fun. On you go, now run. Run! You already know what's gonna happen to you when I catch you. As he said that, the Shinigami directed with his shin for me to get out of the classroom. If I refused to do that, he would catch me right away in this dead-end classroom. And to hell I would go. I don't know why, I don't know how, but being thrown into that kind of hell is something I want to avoid at all costs. As I looked at the classroom exit and watched that Shinigami's fearless grin, carefully, I leave the classroom. They're like, come on, ask him if like there's a wind condition or something. Like, you know, if you run like a mile, like that's humanly impossible running a mile, then you gotta go home, right? As if telling me I'd done well, the Shinigami sneered, till the thumping of his footsteps began. Now then, the game begins. Wonder just how far and how long you can run. Show me a good time. Somebody help! I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Just as I learned from a crime prevention lecture, I screamed for help as I ran down the hallway. But all my screams did was echo through the hallways. No one gave a response. Ha ha ha. You and I are all alone in this world. Screaming like that is just a waste of stamina. This song's pretty good. The Shinigami left the classroom. I just realized that for the past couple minutes, not this whole time, I had my volume at 0, so I couldn't hear it. The Shinigami left the classroom. It's a quick pace, but he doesn't run. Yet, if a child tried to outrun him, it would hardly be difficult for him to catch them. Wait, we're a child. I came barreling down the stairwell and ran to the entrance. At any rate, I have to get out of the school. Once I do that, I might be able to escape the world of the Shinigami. The entrance is shut with glass doors. Never seen it closed to something like that before. Looks like it can be opened, but it won't let me out. Does it need a key? I ponder this as I try to force the door, but it won't open no matter what I try. It won't budge. While I was doing that, I could hear the Shinigami's footsteps going down the stairwell. It's pointless. My school has its own space severed from the real world. Doors won't open, windows won't open either. You can't even break them. The only way you could survive in this school now is by running away from me. The Shinigami reveals himself across the shoe racks. Running in circles in between the shoe racks, I drove away the paralyzing haze that seized my mind. Who are you? What? Why me? Who am I? Alright. I don't know how long we're gonna be seeing each other, but I guess I'll introduce myself. I'm the second ranked of the school yokai, Reaper of the 13th Step, Izanami-sama. Izanami. That's the name of the Shinigami. It's just like the name of the deity from Japanese mythology. Until recently, I had no name. I was just the Reaper of the 13th Step. And then somebody somewhere told me the name of Izanami, Lord of the Underworld. I liked it, so from that day forth, I made that name mine. Although Izanami was apparently originally a woman's name. Can you believe it? Even while Izanami carried on this conversation, his legs didn't stop. Thump, 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 thump. Continued to walk at his quick pace without letting out a single breath. Almost like the games of Demon Tag I used to play with my friends, I was running in circles against the shoe racks. I guess this is just the average game of Dead by Daylight. Fun game, by the way. Did I do something to you to deserve this? Why are you after me? You stepped on it, fool! My 13th step! You counted it out clearly as you one-up, didn't you? I'm not gonna let you forget it. The 13th step is my fishhook, so to speak. When my favorite prey, you deadbeat, step on it. Then you're whisked off to my world. You stepped on it, so you're my prey now. Cry and scream all you like, no one's gonna save you. As I had thought, the tale of the 13th step was real. After stepping on the 13th step, you become prey of the Shinigami, and he'll chase you no matter how far you run. No one will save me, and all I can do is run. Furthermore, I can't even run away from school. If he catches me, I'm bound for hell, like a game of demon tag. I once prayed for death. If Izanami catches me, he can grant my wish. But the kind of death I want is in a peaceful sleep. I don't want to fall into that disgusting world and turn into a pile of flesh, tormented eternally. The death I desire is completely different from the death you want to give me. Look, don't be... can't have your cake and eat it too. Yeah, that's a metaphor. Wait. Analogy, that's the word. Suddenly, I saw the clock above Izanami's shoulders. The long hand and short hand needles at the clock aligned, and the time was 12 o'clock. Then the bell sounded. It sounded just like the usual school bell, but the bell called as if it were oozing from the middle of the school walls. Oh, we're back! In that moment, the world was enveloped in a white light, and in its radiance I couldn't open my eyes. What? What's happening? I felt dizzy, queasy, and I couldn't remain standing. It was vertigo, like going on the merry-go-round or coffee cup rides at an amusement park. Oh no, I can't think straight. ... Oh, we're in, Marie's apartment. While I began to hear the sound of wind in the distance, seemingly amongst the clamor in the middle of town, I've been crouched and holding my head for the longest time. Sorry. The sound of cars in the distance, the hum of ventilation fan from someone's house, the sound of bicycle bells and the laughter of children playing. Fearfully, carefully, I opened my eyes and... I'm home. Somehow I was crouching outside my family's apartment. Fearfully, carefully, I look over my surroundings. That terrifying Shinigami isn't showing himself. Just, what does this mean? Suddenly I'm here as if I had been daydreaming while squatting like that. That can't be. Because I've been running around the school entrance for ages. It was 5 minutes. I'm so tired and my breathing is still erratic. My body's even drenched in sweat. The joints in my legs ache. So I was absolutely sure I'd been running away just moments ago. I have no idea what's going on. Could that have been a dream? That's not possible. Yet, I'm sure of one thing. I'd escaped from that Shinigami. That night, I saw another dream. This time I was clearly aware that I was inside a dream. In that dream, Izanami once again came to speak to me. As if praising me, he clapped his hands together. You got away today, but the fun ain't over yet. Let's have lots of fun tomorrow. After all, there's nothing I love more in this world than chasing and catching you hopeless losers when you're dripping in sweat. The curtains rise on our fun and games. Games. Are you calling these games? That's right. In these games, your life is at stake. Because these are games, there are also rules. Rules? The moment I thought of it, Izanami grinned as if he could heard my thoughts even though I had said nothing at all. Basically, I made a few rules so that our game is enjoyable. First off, I won't run. No matter how fast I walk, I'll never run. After all, if I really ran, I could catch you all right away. What I really love, you see, is seeing the anguish on your faces as you punks run for your lives. So to ensure that even your shorter childlike legs can run for me, I'll never run after you. That was certainly true. Izanami always walked briskly, but he never ran. Because he has adult legs, even though he's just walking quickly, you can't let your guard down. But if he ran, there's no way to avoid being caught in the end. It's just that fast. There's one more thing I'll promise you. The only time I'll snatch your life away is when I catch you. As long as you keep running for me, I'll let you live. Curses, accidents, illness. Basically, I'm not gonna kill you in some unknown way like that. In other words, whether you live or die depends on those little legs of yours. As long as I continue to run away, I won't be killed. Exactly. Well, it's quite the sight, you see. When they give up the ghost, that is. What, when they give up the ghost? Is that a saying? Characters with the coo laugh are the best. Listen here, I ain't a dream. I'm real. Now get a good look at me. Don't you dare look away. If you want to live, run for your life and let me watch you struggle helplessly. In the end, my prey usually starts acting strange. They start saying it's a dream and then they go and stop running. That ain't fun. Get it through your head that I'm real. Let me have my fun. I understand. This is inside a dream, but not a dream. Izanami had appeared in my dream and is talking to me. I'll say one thing. If you stop going to school to get away from me, I'll whisk you away to hell and the game ends immediately. I won't forgive cowards that run away from my game. You're gonna go to school every day and be my entertainment with those little legs of yours. So you'd better be sure not to get a cold, okay? Yeah. What if, like, they have to move? That would suck. It was decided that a deadly game of tag would unfold with the Shinigami every day from then on. And what about, like, Sundays? Japan has school on Saturdays, right? But they don't on Sunday. So does she still have to come, or is that her off day? On the first day, since it was the first time, I was confused. The second day, I had little preparation, but I kept my cool only slightly. Hey, the second day's the hardest. That's what God of War Shoujo said, so it has to be true. The game of the Izanami begins at the same time class ends. Well, it's time to play with me, Aya-chan. There, behind the closed doors of the school, there's no way to get out. At any rate, until he let me go from that alternate reality, I had no other choice but to run away from the Shinigami. Indeed, as a rule, Izanami never ran. He always walked briskly, but never ran. So if I stayed calm and run, I could make quite some distance between us. I likely wouldn't if I kept away until the chime rang. Of course, I'm referring to the chime that rings at 12. The game started at 11:55 yesterday, but it started at 11:50 today. Oh no. It's gonna go down by 5 minutes in like a year from now. Should just be running for 1,500 whatever minutes. What's more than that, but... In other words, if I can run away from Izanami for 10 minutes, I'll be okay. Since there's nowhere to run to, there's no goal to reach. Basically, the only thing I can do is running around the school in circles over and over. I run through the corridor on the first floor, up the second floor, and take a breath. After reassuring myself that Izanami is at the bottom of the staircase, I run through the second floor corridor. Then I go down the stairs to the other side of the hall. While I wait again for Izanami to draw nearer, I take a breath. Then I go to the first floor corridor again and climb the staircase. So I guess I keep repeating this endlessly until the chime rings, so it should be okay. What if he like cuts you off? Gotta be prepared for mind games. Once I understood how it was a simple game of demon tag, I was able to pull myself together. Of course, hell awaited me if I got caught, but it was easy to not get caught. Just going round and round these stairs and running through the same hallways over and over was good enough. On top of that, there wasn't a need to run with everything I had either. I could run lightly, like jogging, then rest until I got too close, and then go back to running again, until you trip and then everything's over. With that in mind, I can keep my cool. I only have to keep running like this for 10 minutes. Right, and I started to convince myself by thinking that in my mind over and over. This wasn't that hard after all. Could I convince myself? Run a little, rest a little. Run a little, rest a little. I mean, all I had to do was keep doing that over and over. Just what's difficult about that? But I knew the truth. However many breaks I take to catch my breath, running for 10 minutes is really exhausting. I might fall down or sprain my foot. If that happens, that'll be the end of the line for me. The more I ran down the stairs, the more I thought... I felt conflicting feelings between my desire to run fast and my desire to run with care. No matter how much I reassure myself that this is easy, with each passing minute I lose my cool and my heart beats faster. Perhaps I should run really, really far away? No, that's not right. If I ran like that, what if I injured myself? Then it'd be the end for me. Maybe running calmly and pacing myself would be better. Not only that, I could not think why, out of everyone in this huge school, this Shinigami would be after me. That's something like pain and even regret. But I had to meet such a horrible fate. My head is astir with all sorts of emotions. Whenever I rest just a little, Izanami quickly gets closer. Halfway around, I glanced at the clock in the classroom. Just one more minute. I'll be okay. I can escape without any problems. I still had strength in me. My mind was in order. I survived. As soon as I thought so, I'd forgotten. Since of fear and discomfort was reborn. I remember that the game began at 11:55 yesterday, and today it began at 11:50. It's only 5 minutes. 5 more minutes. That couldn't mean the time until the bell rang would increase every day. Could it? I just had to run around for 10 minutes, but I'm already tired already. The time extends just little by little each day. Eventually it'll reach 1 or 2 hours longer. That was a terrible thought. Then the clock strikes 12. I was preparing a way to execute an awesome joke. It was like, oh, this is actually just a couch to, what is it? 4K? Wait, what? I don't. You see, I don't know. I was thinking about it in my head. The sound of chimes ringing in the schoolhouse. Guess that means you won today too. Look forward to tomorrow, okay? You should do some deep massaging. There's a limit, but being able to run because of pain in your legs is such a killjoy. I screwed up the laugh that time. With Izanami's laughter, everything was swallowed in a bright light, then began to disappear. Okay, it's probably a better calling spot in like a minute from now, but I'm just gonna call it there. Thanks for watching, everyone. What do you think we're on the halfway mark of this chapter? Maybe we're. I don't think we're near the end yet. I'm not sure. Like, usually you can kind of tell if something's gonna be like 10 minutes longer or an hour longer. But with this, I'm just lost. At the very least, I think there's at least an episode's worth left. So it's safe to call it. Probably. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.